vengeance of the Lord must be nearer than, it must be nearer than. How we are gonna do? Money can't help you. Rich man, I feel it too. The Lord is nearer than, he must be nearer than. All together now, it is not the victory shall survive. The strongest of the strong shall see it time. And we can't just if you have strong faith, you will stay alive. If you live with love, you shall survive. Things and times so rough, don't it get so tough. We never get enough. The Lord is nearer than, the Lord is nearer than. Yes, he must be nearer than. Things and times so rough, don't it get so tough. We never get enough. The Lord is nearer than, he must be nearer than. How we are gonna do? Money can't help you. Rich man, I feel it too. The Lord is nearer than, he must be nearer than. Oh yeah, he's the strongest of the strong shall see it time. And we can't help it. If you have strong faith, you will stay alive. If you live with love, you shall survive. If you have strong faith, you must stay alive. Babylon to want the nation. Tell them about your love. Tell them about your love. Dreadlocks send down a Babylon to want the nation. Tell them about your word. Your love searching. Babylon to want the nation. Tell them about your love. Tell them about your love. Dreadlocks send down a Babylon to want the nation. Tell them about your word. Your love searching, it's then pure and free to rally round the red, gold and green. Yeah, to rally round the red. This is the time we all must unite. We all must unite. 400 years we have been here as a slave. Now I and I must find a way. I'm not feeling scared. No shackles on our feet. No weep on our back. Yet I and I must realize we are still being enslaved. We have been here as a slave. Now I and I must find a way.
I saw you all labor. Go ahead. Hey, you. Now, here comes the music.
Now we come to the payoff. Now we come to the payoff.
This one coming straight from out of the dance hall. This one.
Yeah, man, of the roots once again. Rockers reggae music. Yeah, man, of the roots once again. Rockers reggae music.
Lot of them in sheep loading, oh yes, are trying to mix the children sin. The mark of the beast is on your forehead, oh yes, an evil prince upon your face. Oh, it's a big disgrace. How they are marching up the place. It's Babylon trap them. Yes, Babylon trap them. The old book tell you about them, oh yes, and this is what it says. They are the generation of vipers, who knows, yeah. And they just can't be blamed, 'cause Babylon trap them. About it, don't get yourself mixed up, oh people, yes, 'cause it's gonna be well dread. The cap fit, let him wear it. I say, you just do as Judge I want you to do. Babylon trap them. Yes, Babylon trap them. Babylon trap them, my brethren. Babylon trap them. Babylon trap. He control them, yeah. Let them do as he want them to. Babylon trap them. The battle getting hotter and hotter. So, man, you got to know yourself. The battle gets hotter and hotter. So, man, you got to know yourself. Know yourself, black man. Know yourself right now. Now is the time, black man, that we must all live as one. When your false prophecy, can't you see reality now? You and your false prophecy now. Can't you see reality? It's freedom for the human race. That's what the world needs today. You, la da da da, la da da da. Whoa, whoa. When your false prophecy, can't you see reality now? When your false prophecy now, can't you see reality? Know yourself, dark man. Know yourself right now. Now is the time, black man, that we must all live as one. That we must all live as one. Know yourself, black man. Know yourself right now. Know yourself, black man.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life could be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair, do not despair, do not despair.
Conquering Lion of Judah. Yeah. Oh Lord, just come now, Rastafari. Say new kingdom come now. Yeah, Lord. Just come now. The conquering Lion is here to break every chain. mercies. False rulers without morality, you're counseling with prejudice and constantly making us your victim. And you show no love for the poor, applying pressure more and more. Never care for the people's concern. So in a flames and fire you will burn. Cause you're coming with a new day, terrible to man and pagan. None can escape when your fire start to kindle and the earth start shake. Oh gosh, the conquering lion is here to break every chain and give I the victory. Again and again and again. See, today my people struggle to survive in a world of poverty and genocide. And the basic needs for them to stay alive makes it so critical. See, but Father, come down and pour out your heart. Have mercy on the weak in spirit and the poor in heart. Deliver them quick before them get caught in false rituals. Ooh-wee. Draw not your face from them in ignorance, soldier. With them you made a covenant, deliverance, soldier. Oh yes, your kingdom come down. Hey, the conquering lion is here to break every chain and give I the victory. Again and again and again. Yeah. My word, look what Babylon has done. Having poor people of the earth has come. Inoculate their world with their drugs and guns. Freaking out the woman, turn the man them into bombs. I anticipate the falling of the grave. The falling of the graves. The Naya Bingy man anticipate. The conquering lion is here to break every chain and give I the victory. Again and again and again. He's a conquering lion, none before, none after. Elector of Jah, light of the world. Rastafari kingdom come down.
Pull up this song now, eh? Pull up this song now, eh? Pull up this song now, eh? Pull up this song now.
Yeah, man. The world is yours. Take it. Jambo. I said Jambo. Alright.
There is so much going on here in this country. Racial tensions at an all-time high. Scientists are gunning for the skies. Truth be told, some of us ain't got nowhere to go. So believe it or not, we settle for the little bit that we owe. When it ain't got no value, and it ain't got no future. What are we the people supposed to do when living feels like torture? Get up out your own way. Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours. Get up out your own way. Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours. Let this be your mentality. Always ready to try another strategy. Yeah. If things now work out over there, so make me try a new thing over there, so yeah. I know that everyone you know will be proud of your prosperity.
trying. No, when they see us inciting, yeah, the constant fighting, violence never ending. In a city, youth falling. It's time for us to shake up and wake up. Take up our blessings like our name was Jacob. No more contemplating, just say this is my thing. Your consciousness will be rising. So help your mother and your sister. We're all the children of the Father. A finger pointing, a new day dawning. Can you see it?
Get up out your own way.
Get up out your own way.
Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours. Get up out your own way. Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours.
Do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. Your life is yours to live. Your life is yours to live. Don't be a false pretender. No running imposter. Set your agenda. Strive to be a winner. Nothing but the winner, yeah. Now if you fall, be sure to rise again. Never let nothing keep you down. Never let nothing keep you down. Never say it's over. Once there's life, there's more land to rover. Strive to be a winner. Nothing but the winner, yeah.
Get up out your own way. Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours. Get up out your own way. Find yourself a better way. The world is yours. The world is yours.
The world is yours. Move the haters out the way. Know that Jah will make a better way. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. He'll make a better way. You know, Morgan Heritage. To be conscious. Now stop, say that. To the year 3000 and beyond. Where's the children? Cool to be conscious. Hey, hey. Yeah, man. Lord, what a conspiracy. But we not give up so easily. Hey, hey. Defending your life is your right. Equality for all humanity. Game of Thrones, them a play. Trying to control the human race. Game of Thrones, them a play. Trying to control the human race. Slave and slave master. We not stand aside and tolerate no more. Slave and slave master. We not stand aside and tolerate no more. What could I give a man the strength we believe? Say I am fuel and next man need. When him fi walk, when him fi talk, when him fi feel the giant I'm on. So many millions them kill over the centuries. So many millions them take from them whole land. So many children them tear from them mother breast. They hate when families stand strong. Try them a try to revive racism in the US of America. They're so insensitive to the hearts of the people. The majority don't want that to talk. We say Game of Thrones them play, trying to control the human race. Game of Thrones them play, trying to control the human race. Slave and slave master. We not stand aside and tolerate that no more. Slave and slave master, we not tolerate that no more.
Now let the music wail.
Let the music wail.
Wail on, wail on.
Wail on.
Wail on.
of Thrones, them a play, trying to control the human race. Game of Thrones, them a play, trying to control the human race. Slave and slave masters, we not understand, tolerate no more. Slave and slave masters, we not stand aside and tolerate that no more. Let the music wave, yeah. Rock us again and again, yeah. Roots, we say stand firm. Roots, we say stand firm. Roots, we say stand firm. Roots, in you both, we say stand firm, my brothers, stand firm. Oh, my children, stand firm. Don't you fear them at all. Don't you fear them at all. Stand firm. Let the music wail, yeah. Rock us again and again, yeah. Yeah, man, loyal to the awakening. Ordinary teach.
Do it, people. Rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live. Yeah. Now behold.
Yeah, man, loyal to the awakening. Ordinary teach.
Do it, people. Rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live.
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up and live. Yeah. Now behold the awakening.
The awakening.
Now behold the awakening.
The awakening.
I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done.
I am done.
Oh yeah. The world is in a conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious
I
state
and
of
I are done. I and I are done, yeah. Oh, now 2,000 years of mental slavery. Cast these chains from us. Sons and daughters, we are of spirituality. So let your light shine from us. Judge us if we run them, run them, run them. Run the deceivers and liberate the mass. Judge us if we run them, run them, run them. Run the deceivers and liberate the mass. The world is in a conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind. I and I are done. I and I are done. Now behold the awakening.
The awakening.
Now behold the awakening.
The awakening.
I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done. Oh yeah, just hear me now. The truth we are find out for ourselves. Now we are for no teacher come teach we nothing else. The internet backfire upon them and know them want to censor them. Where do them want to research and then start to enlighten friends? When in a conscious state of mind. A conscious state of mind. This is how the world that runs. What has been hidden is now become the awakening.
shall we tolerate? And turn a blind eye to what is going on worldwide when leaders congregate. They congregate not for the benefit of I and I, but control us on the false witness.
Well, you don't know the conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind, yeah. Behold, yeah.
Now behold the awakening. Now behold the awakening. I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done. Now behold the awakening. Now behold the awakening. I and I are done. With them lies and propaganda, I are done. The world is in a conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Conscious state of mind.
Now behold the awakening.
Rockers again. You know, loyalty we say now. Loyalty. Rockers.
And no say from music for play them on the F already.
Let go big chore.
Hey yo, people, a lot of questions to ask, a lot of questions to answer. You see what I'm saying? Oh yes, it's crazy out there. Oh God, kids having babies out there. Oh God, tell me if you're feeling no gravity in this impoverished society. Double standard without no equity. Repercussions in a triple tragedy now. So I want you tell me how you living. I want the people tell me how you living it now. People tell me how you living. And tell me if you're happy how you living it now. Whoa, ain't no betterment under this your crocodile government. You no see the dollars, them no make no sense. Minimum wage just can't pay me rent no. So the people tell me how you living. And tell me if you happy how you living it now. People tell me how you living. Americans tell me how you living it now. A lot of parents no care how the youths them flex. Many never supervise on the way they dress. Young teenagers exposed to sex without proper supervision and a consummate. I want the people tell me how you living. Americans tell me how you living it now. People tell me how you living. Europeans tell me how you living it now. Yo, it's too crazy out there. Oh God, too much man lazy out there. Oh boy, oh God, hey, I want the taxi driver them to live it up. All the preachers and the pastors them to live it up. The police and the teachers them to live it up. Dance and politicians, I want you live it up. Give the juvenile them space and make them grow up. Give them the tools, send them to school, cause knowledge can't be too much. Opportunity the youths can't get enough. And the lifestyle is so unscrupulous. How the youths them get so much big bouncy bust it up. And the crime rate keep on rising up. New rules and new styles, you fi pick it up, yo. I want the people tell me how you living. Jamaicans tell me how you living it now. Americans tell me how you living, yeah. Europeans tell me how you living it now. Caribbean tell me how you living. Africans tell me how you living it now. Whoa, life is so funny, hey. The people can't survive without no money, yo. better we do some farming. Them fi legalize the thing and make we plant it. Create more jobs for the youths them. Build a better future for the children them. I want the people tell me how you living. People tell me how you living it now. I want the people tell me how you living. Yes, tell me if you happy how you living it now. People tell me how you living. And tell me.
And what's that? From music to play them on the F already.
Let go big joy.
Lock City.
Now see, the cat chased the mouse around the corner. The dog chased the cat, what a karma. While the vultures sit, waiting for the great slaughter. It's just the system that we're living in since we're born, yeah. Don't put your trust in the politics. Them only come around like them come to visit. Don't put your trust in the politics. The false promises the youths, them won't be having it. Don't put your trust in the politics. No more should we be falling for them politics. Don't put your trust in the politics. Don't let them blind you with them lies and happy promises. I won't be a part of them confusion. No, no, no. I'd rather find solution. Them laugh full of technicalities with no love for the humanity. Beat us, then them left us with contusion. Them build them federal bureau, feel like Marcos. Then bringing them drugs and guns, the yellow tape and white charcoals. You take 25 million people at prison for us, then kill the baby there. Say you ain't got no apparatus. Don't put your trust in a politics. Them only come around like them come to visit. Don't put your trust in the politics. Same false promises the youths, them won't be having it. Don't put your trust in the politics. No more should we be falling for them politics. Don't put your trust in the politics. Don't let them blind you with them lies and happy promises. Look how long poor people been waiting for a better day. The system keep faking. Fight the music that keep us entertaining. Get our songs them use when them campaigning. I see them got a trick up them sleeve. Fire the most real and all of them come that they think I could breathe. They gonna please don't catch the flu when the system you sneeze. And if them say fi walk you better run. If them say sit you don't believe. So don't put your trust in a politics. Them only come around like them come to visit. Don't put your trust in a politics. See false promises the youths, them won't be having it. Don't put your trust in a politics. No more should we be falling for them politics. Don't put your trust in a politics. Don't let them blind you with them lies and happy promises. Why I won't? The system is a blunder, whoa, whoa, yeah. Cause them asunder, whoa. See the system full of blunder, whoa, 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 yeah. Cause them asunder. Hey, don't put your trust in a politics, whoa. Don't put your trust in a politics, yeah. Them come around, like them come to visit. Greedy pastor boy at the next trip. Why ya whoa? Why ya whoa, yeah. Hey, why ya whoa? Why ya whoa, yeah. Why ya whoa?
Now, here comes the music.
It's like war again. I no fit description. I man is a Rasta man. Popo man we yanting. Jagai just overall. yanting. Jah guide us overall. Hey, big man, light and thunder, whirlwind and fire. Roma go crumble and know. For Ryan I see 7 million soldiers marching unto Rome. King of Kings, with our red, gold and green flowing in the heart of a Babylon town. Bobo man, we yanting, yanting, yanting. Jah guide us overall. Hey, big man, say light and thunder, whirlwind and fire. Roma go crumble and know. To another. He that know it not him, know it not hurt. Babylon is a system, not a person. It's like war again. I know fit description. I man is a Rasta man. Bobo man, we yanting, yanting, yanting. Jah guide us overall. Hey, bingy man, we yanting, yanting, yanting. Jah guide us overall. Kadamawi.
Majesty.
Hey, bingy man, say light and thunder, whirlwind and fire. Roma go crumble and know.
Burn a rum.
For Ryan I see 7 million soldiers marching unto Rome. My Lord, King of Kings, Naya Bingi, with our red, gold and green flowing in the heart of a Babylon town. Bobo man, we yanting, yanting, yanting. Jah guide us overall. El bingy man, say light and thunder, whirlwind and fire. Roma go crumble and know. As one as to another. He that know it not him, know it not hurt. Babylon is a system, not a person.
Yes, greetings. We're there with you, as you know. Yeah, man, we arranged out some rhythms, you know. So, Nero, impeachment. It's a strange thing, these American people. So they're going round and round again. And here at home, as in England, confusion upon confusion. So now who's going to alleviate this illusion that them got us in? 'Cause no matter how you try to work it out, we're all in it. It's not we're in it to win it, we're in it. So the best thing that we can say or do is to look after ourselves to the best of our ability. So hear this. This goes out to a man called Principal, man called Ochipe. Hey, whole family, man called Ochipe. You know, all the family, listen. It's a copy, you know.
Well, God bless us, right? Sometimes you feel like you're all alone. Sometimes it's hard just to find a home. Seems like you're searching in the dark, trying to find just a touch of heart. Sometimes you feel like you wanna cry, break down and crawl like you wanna die. Just when you think that all is lost, you find a stream just to get across. 'Cause when you reach for a deeper love, you find a way to rise above. 'Cause I know God watches over us, and no matter where we go, I put my heart in.
You know what I mean? And I show that the Almighty look over us. So I sign off with that still, you know. Yo.
Sisters, I have been in Shashamane, I for only truth seeking for once in a self and looking in one direction in life. Which way to go and which way to turn? The road may be crooked, the road may be rough. Look, I for look, I for look, I for live.
Sister named Rashida said, push me and push me and push me. Got to stop trying to push me around. Sister named Rashida, you know, man call her Pablo, what you call family. You see? So, I'm going to play one more tune and then we're going to talk about what I want to talk about. Cause every time I go do certain things, we get into a mood. And sometimes that mode there, you know, interfere. Yes. Yeah, what the Principal arranged for Chesedek, but unfortunately for the system, you know, YouTube server or something, or that bad-minded person itch up the thing all the while, you know. So in a wee space, everything crisp. When it go out, you know, the last 5 weeks, everything that go out, it sound like a scratch record, jumping here and jumping there, you know. So bad-mindedness, you know, And this is African History Month. You know what I mean? So it's not that though, really. We're Africans. So if the person who play with YouTube and you're an African, then you're an idiot. If you're Caucasian, you're a fool. Sensible, you know. So I want a person to keep playing around and thinks him he's an idiot. I'm sensible. You understand? If there's qualification for sensibility, I don't have degree. Yes. Yeah, the African experience. So there upon a thing where we look for what take place, you know, across the continent. You know, and what actually have taken place in places like Sierra Leone, Freetown, and just to realize and remember, I was reminded today, you know, how the British make it seem like the Americans is the one who sent some of us back, and you know, and drop us off at the place that we call Freetown, you know. And what people need to recognize, you know, is how dangerous England is. British politicians, how dangerous they are. There's some serious, deceiving, dangerous people. Because the Bedford Agreement or the Bedford policies and repatriation program for European people to go into Palestine, backed by millions and millions of dollars and pounds. Not a damn thing anywhere close or in the shadow of that has happened for the children of the slaves, let alone the slaves, you know, per se. You understand? Them just train we to set the examination so that the Caribbean islands, if we pass, them can say we can govern, run somewhat, take care of the pastures them. You know? And continue to maintain the plantations as they were previously doing. They will stay from afar and manage, and we will take care and produce what is to be produced. But them take people, you see how racism is, you know, them take people who aid them and support them towards achieving military power. I've always tried to find out what kind of deal or relationships these people had. And it's nothing to do with religion. Them just jack on to the religion, you know, as a scapegoat. But it's to do with advancement in bombs, you know, back there in the First and the Second War that them had. You see? And military might. And I was guessing that, but, you know, from the time we start on the radio with the other station, all the research shows military. But we're not warmonger like. So, within the diaspora, and through they assess and evaluate us as less than human beings, them they say to hell with them. But there was a popular feeling in 18 somebody that made Mr. Sharp and his associate push them to show some kind of humanity towards us. So, from London, from England, them say 500,000 boats were shipped into Sierra Leone, Mali, Senegal, Freetown. But you know something, if you look at the place here today, it look like any other Caribbean island, you know. You look at that section that them transported and put away, left us, you know. May I tell you, people have to stop and really look and stop letting them raise our children to be house slaves and apologists and to feel gratified by them. It's not good. It's not good at all. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it could be a situation, right, where, you know, that could be me, you know what I mean? And, you know, the good thing that's come out of it, we're talking about. There's nothing good that come out of slavery. It's nothing good that comes out of discrimination. There's nothing good that comes out of racism. There's nothing good that comes out of being abused and killed in police custody. It's nothing good when the law doesn't have any respect for your black skin, your black personality, your black culture. It's nothing good about all that. What's good is that we persevere, you know, and we survive, we struggle in the life that they allow us to have. If they're not kill we. It's shabby, yeah, but that's true. It's not make-believe. It's not small acts. It's not whatever program they put. No, we have to be truthful. That's how comes my mother and my father, that's how come they got stuck in church. That's how they got stuck with Jesus. Wrong name. That's how they got stuck with confusion. Being beaten, disrespected, disregarded, and still apologizing for what they don't know. They tell us to go to remand classes, remedial classes, and then they say they're giving us, training us for reassurance of self and to develop self-esteem and confidence, a sense of confidence. But why were we placed in remedial class? Because we were asking too much questions as far as they're concerned. And remedial, sometimes they put us in a place, conflict management, or anger, no, not conflict, anger management. supervised by an African Caribbean adult. And they know why we're angry, because they too are angry. But the difference is they're getting paid. So the question I used to pose is, what is it that influences us? Who and what is it that influences us in this British society? Then them have this critical thinking. And it's good, but it's structured by them. And it's reverse psychology because it analyzes me. It's not looking at society. It's not looking at the brute force of the police and the racism and discrimination and the malpractices and injustices that's inflicted upon us. It is a justification of the self or the group of people who is in those remedial classes. So we benefit nothing because we're asked to analyze ourselves. Oh boy, dangerous. So I'm wanting us to develop community infrastructure, and it's hurting, not the covert, the fact that we haven't got it, and we seem to be light years from that space that we need to be in to recognize, not to analyze, to recognize, and to just empower ourselves, our minds, and then commit ourselves to structuralize ourselves. And when that is not visible, something catastrophic has happened to us. Many of us are comfortable, but the pandemic has made us, those who are so comfortable, to realize that they're normal. They haven't been normal, but they've been trying to be, posing to be normal. Now they realize what normality really is. And then frightened. They are frightened. But yet still we're in a space to which we are isolated. And then what makes things so awkward is that many of our children are breaking the isolation, the lockdown rules, and having parties, functions, and all sorts. To me, that just shows callousness. Because we're supposed to be thinking and concerned about our health and well-being as a people and as families. Not amusement. And the fear and the threat of getting charged and we're consumers and we are employees So we're in a bad state. So infringe on the rules, and then the law squeezes us. And those who are claiming support, government support, will be abused because them can refuse any subsidies and still charge you. So nobody have business about no prison. Prisons still are run. So looking out there and listening, and I like to feel that I'm an optimist, a pragmatist, but not a pessimist. But I need to just let everyone know, England, you have to assess England carefully and stop being charmed by football, even cricket. I tell you, English one, listen, these British politicians are some dangerous people. Liar. Waxstone, I tell you. They were involved. Listen, there's nothing that they haven't been involved within. And they're the first one to tell you that these things have been so long ago. But many have abandoned the line of Judah. And many haven't really paid any attention to the line of Judah. But grab King James, the Protestant, the Methodist, the Baptist, the Anglican, Church of England, and not look out at the line of Judah. And those who even looked at the line of Judah have abandoned the line of Judah for King James. So that's why there's a substitute in our place. And the whole world sees them not as Habashi, but the children of Jacob, the descendants of Jacob. And it's not true. So when Marcus Garvey said, look to Africa for the crowning of the king, what that generation, those people, what did they turn their face from, close their ears, and were the black people in America, the Caribbean, and the diasporas, were they not rationally, or were they not paying attention, or they turned the other cheek? Because it was a carnation from ancient time to that day time to this year time. So a people came and took, legislated our spot educated our spot and projected our spot across the world. And the world recognized them as Bani Israel. And the Muslim who knows better doesn't represent the Habashi. And the Muslim is charged by the Prophet and by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to support lie. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he never named a people Jew or Christian. But many Muslims, they call themselves scholars, them talk a hell of a lot about Christian. And them justify these Europeans in high place. That means you're racist. You're not blind. You're racist. Because you should just let the world know. Hold up here. 1 second. The Habashi, Al-Quds, Jerusalem, is in Abyssinia. The founding fathers, our forefathers, are Abyssinians. Yaqub, alayhi salam, Abyssinian. Bani Israel, Abyssinian. Now, the followers of Bani Israel can be a lot of people. Means they're following Dawood, Abraham alayhi salam. They're following Musa alayhi salam. They are respecting and honoring Yaqub alayhi salam, the father. But they are upholding what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, given to Musa alayhi salam, Moses. The Torah. And then, because of issues within those people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Isa alayhi salam to correct them. And sent Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to enforce, explain everything with Kitab Allah, which encompasses everything. But the Habashi, the children of the slaves, the African Caribbean and the people in the diaspora, you disregard yourself and hold fast to our captors. Strange how that happened. How that happened, how it's happening. Africa has a lot to do with the misinformation and miseducation, misdirection, and the fact that they didn't even, and up to now, haven't made any attempt to our acknowledgement trying to bring us back home. America establishing itself and having thousands, maybe millions of us there as slaves, invited the likes of themselves from Europe to the place they call America, and aid and supported them to develop themselves. And didn't do that for us, to whom they captured and forced to work and develop their industries and even fought in their wars and all the divisions that they've had. Both groups are parties. And we didn't understand free, and let alone understood freedom. And we didn't inherit any of the promises or the things that they say that they were going to award us. They gave those things to their European counterparts or their European tribe. They didn't want to allow us to have education, so we couldn't mix. We could do all the work, but we couldn't sit next to them to drink a cup of tea. We did all the work, but we couldn't ride with them. They changed the scripture. And then we have to ask and recognize how many thousands of people were brutalized and killed when they discovered that some of us could have read. I've got these pastors that works still for them become world televised evangelists. That's why we're in pain and agony. That's why we die miserable. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us strength. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us guidance, light, vision. Help us. We need help. So, we have to look at ourselves in this pandemic. Ask ourselves, try and find out in our homes, what are we going to do? What are we doing? Because I'm telling you, structures that we thought we knew, we're going to recognize that we didn't. Structures that's going to be put in place now requires total observation. Total observation. Not we're going to be swallowed. Not like Jonah in the whale, we're going to be swallowed up. These are critical times. Where's our big fathers on the continent? No one should open them out and say them have pressing engagements. No, they don't. We are still their subjects, really. But Britain has made us their subject. And we have accepted it. The largest population of African black people, African people outside of Africa is in Brazil. Plain amusement and tourism has got the greater proportion of those who are highly educated entrapped. You know? So they don't revolt and they don't try to leave. It's the largest population in any one space outside of Africa, outside of the continent. And those people been siring our mothers, our women, for decades. That's why you have so much Brownings are Arab looking, Saudi Arabian looking textures in Brazil. I'm saying that to say that we're used and abused, and then we die crazy. All because of England, the British Empire. Because you see, when people divorce England and America, it's wrong move. They're one. They're one. Stop thinking they're two. They're one. The people them left here, the Puritans and the Quakers and what have you, them left here through persecution. But when the king and the politicians here find out, say that these people have found good pastured land, they went and have a look and examine for themselves and decide, no, where you are, I'm going to manage it. So they ran away from themselves, and the leader of them said, no, here what happened. I go after them. That's what happened. So England here sent its people, them troops and others, to see what their subjects that couldn't tolerate them anymore and left. See how they are dealing. And they envy them, become jealous of them, and decide, you know what, we're going to use our long arm, we're going to make long arm and judge them and govern them. That's what happened. And why is they doing this? They still legislated that they can capture other people, which was us, our ancestors, and help them establish, build that place up called America. And England themselves brought many of us into the land called America also. Terrible, terrible, terrible people. So why does people discriminate, isolate themselves from La ilaha illallah? Why you do that? Because you're too in love with brutality. May I tell you? And then you follow them and say, you know what? They did what they did because they learned it from Arabs. You fools. Reverse psychology, screw us. And nobody now say nothing. Well, I said that we is Arabs too. Some terrible people, some good people. I mean, now I say that Saudis not take my mother and sire to her. So you not see her, you see the child that come from her. Maintain their lineage. So I hope before COVID or something kill me, or me dead, natural, we get to find out what happened to Egypt in Kemet, what happened to Egypt, what happened to the Habashi, what happened to them, what happened to the black man and woman, what happened to them. And I'm telling you, we may discover that many millions are in what they call the Sahara. And then some jackass can say, Gaddafi, this body. Just like Namibia, where the Germans and the British did the experiments, eugenics on us. The British are smart enough. All the programs that was running in Germany, all of these European people were involved in it. But at some stage, they jumped ship. Yeah, them jump ship, man. And leave the Nazis and then propaganda on them. And the people change their course. And then them start fight. Then one another. But that's them. That's not us. But what came out of that is that they took our rights. Then plagiarize us. And then them Saudi friends help the British. To oppress the Arab and oppress the African Muslim. Not Caribbean, not African American, the African Muslim. And highly educated, most sophisticated Africans in America were Muslims. From variant regions and variant tribes were Muslims. Go and find, well, you can't go right now. That's factual. 100. And in the higher echelons of this country, but the same. But now you're like, what did I say? Liverpool. What the brother? Is it the brother or the sister? The new clip that's come out, and it's good, but it's just to show that people who went on the transatlantic slavery thing there, Liverpool, never really read. Because if you did, we would have had great conferencing and marches in Liverpool and in London And then when all this stuff is broken out with the football, will he ever stand up with the players them and empower them, make them know, say, as our children, as our people, we're with you, not for the money, but for your human rights and dignity, which is ours. As soon as Gollywog, off the pitch, to hell with them. But no. Then went round it and round it and round it, so we still have subservience and servitude, like we didn't go to school, we ain't got no sense, and we got no pride, no dignity. And it's not true. But when we give it up, it appears to be. Because now we're questioning ourselves, should I do that? Am I going to have a job if I do that? Well, I'm not going to be nobody tomorrow, you know. Barclays may not, they may foreclose my mortgage. Oh gosh, man. Arsenal would get rid of me. Liverpool get rid of me. Blimey, if I got even Chelsea, oh, I ain't got no job again. That's how it is with us, because that's how the man set the thing. So we are still looking, no matter how we peep out the thing, we're still looking for justice. We're still looking for dignity from our previous slave master and respect. I don't think we should be looking for any form of political, economical gain from our colonial masters. That's stupidity. The cow will jump over moon first. We need social, emotional development, which will eventually, the output, the outcome will be trust and sincerity. That's what we need. Social, emotional development. The output will be trust. Some will stay, some will run home, some will go back to the continent. And the ones who are staying here are not even staying here. The ones who know and accept that there would be many of us here will develop community infrastructures. But now you see covert has come, and the globe, societies, countries, communities, structures, institutions, politics is going to change. It's already changed. Tough times ahead. It's not all about the new passport. It's about how far can you go. It's about what's your entitlement. It's about the use of resources, i.e. money. Since we haven't got and we wait for something, we're going to be way, 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 way back. Trying to understand. And crying, many of us, because our children are going to behave in such a way, in a manner, as if to say that this is the way. You're just not up to it. I'm telling you, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So, to assess and evaluate what I just said, think about poverty. And then ask ourselves, how do people not a group, an individual, how would you climb out of poverty? What would be required to move out of poverty? When you can think that, rationalize that, and empower our minds really for that, develop confidence and self-esteem in that, towards that, they say, well, boy. But by the time we get some mental clarity, we haven't moved an inch. But children have. Our children have. Not for the better. It's that we didn't do anything to empower them. So we would be the ones that's in destitute, i.e. social poverty, institutional poverty, mental poverty, pure chaos. And then we're going to suffer with mental health issues because this dark space and the different political structures in society, wow, too much guidance. Yeah. Lie me, I tell you now, all this, man, we are going with this. All families, yeah? Radibone and Ochiping especially, but all families, all my family and every family out there, listen.
Well, God bless us, right? Sometimes you feel like you're all alone. Sometimes it's hard just to find a home. Seems like you're searching in the dark, trying to find just a touch of heart. Sometimes you feel like you want to cry, break down and crawl like you want to die. And just when you think that all is lost, you find a strength just to get across. 'Cause when you reach for a deeper love, you find a way to rise above. 'Cause I know, I know, I know, I know God watches over us. And no matter where we go, I put my heart in trust, and I just won't let it go. 'Cause I know, I know, I know, I know God watches over us. See, I had my times for the matter beans. I played those games that I couldn't win. I had a hand had to turn it in, 'cause I was scared just to lose a friend. Sometimes you stop and you close the door. You reach inside 'cause you needed more. I can't help but kneel and shout a prayer. Somehow I know there is someone there. 'Cause when you reach for a deeper love, you find a way to rise above. 'Cause I know, I know, I know, I know God watches over us. And no matter where we go, I put my heart in trust, and I just won't let it go. 'Cause I know, I know, I know, I know God watches over us.
See, a true. And he's a Rasta, you know. But you know, say, I deal with the right thing. Easy.
Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Whoa, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No.
That's it. Things ain't going to be what they used to be. And it's going to be changes and changes by force. But where are we? We're all isolated in our little dwellings here and there. And we don't have no sense of connection. And it's all about how much do we value ourselves. And to whom do we look towards? If it was ourselves, then we would have been doing something.
How do you feel when you're walking on the road and there are folks that criticize you each time you pass them by?
Yes, so this week here, this week or next week, we have this month here, you know, from our brothers and sisters there, US, is African history. African, you know, they say them people out there say black history, but, you know, I mean, principle just remind me time after time, stop that. It's African history, see? So we have African History Month from the US, you know, and yeah, we embrace it too, every year, every week should be African history. Just like every day is Mother's Day. So we have said that, and we have the three icons, you know, reggae giants, the Prince of Reggae, you know, as in Dennis Emmanuel Brown, the sweet soul voice of reggae means Derek Harriott, and the cultured, not tough gun, the Whalers, Bob, Nesta Marley, Earth Strong. So we will do that, you know, and we'll get some different tunes. Yeah. So we have to say right now, guidance, you know. You've seen. Yeah. So when I play my sister for a long time, so I play her now, guidance gone.
Just because I not come at your yard and beg you, now go eat no crumbs from your table, no. Now say sing any kind of songs you want me to sing. I will say yes when yes means no. And if I fail in your society, there's a place somewhere for me. And God forbid if you don't like me, no. I know there's a place somewhere for me. Yeah. Not because where I live right now is in shambles. Deep in my heart I live very humble. 10,000 bad men around you and you're living in fear. I don't have no army and I don't care, no. But if I in your society, there's a place somewhere for me. God forbid, because you don't like me, no. I know there's a place somewhere for me. Bad man, a bad man, a bad man, a bad musician, a musician, a musician. Bad minded people, red eye. But musician, a musician, a musician. Play a song. I said not because where I live right now is in shambles.